Do you see this remote? Imagine this is your emotional remote. You can't let others press your buttons. Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I would like to share with you 10 habits that you can exit in 2023 so you can start 2024 fresh as a newborn. To make it easier, I've put these videos in chapters so you can decide which habit you would like to let go of fast. Rome wasn't built in a day, and realistically, I don't expect you to change all your habits and leave them behind in 2023 in one day. I would suggest for you to choose that one habit that you can let go of which feels the easiest so you can start. If you're wondering why I create such kind of videos, that's because I am a mindset and manifestation coach, and my mission is to help women go from where they are to where they wish to be. I want to help women that know that they deserve better manifest their dream life. I can also work with you one-on-one as your private coach. If you're interested, link is in description for a booking calendar to book a call with me. With that, let's start with habit number 1, which is stop with the front and back with decision making. Honestly, just stop. It's not only costing you time and energy, but it's also costing you results that are being delayed every time you change a decision. I think most of us do this front and back with decision making is because we're afraid to make the wrong decisions, and we're ultimately afraid of looking like a failure, not just to others but to ourselves as well. I understand it's very personal and embarrassing to look like a failure because I've made numerous amount of mistakes. I have made so many wrong decisions and I have learned so much from them that I would have not if I was an overnight success. The fastest way to success is making quick decisions and failing as fast as possible so you can understand what is working for you, what is not working for you, and deciding how to go forward. Habit number 2 would be to exit the judgment, not just for yourself but also for others. I know for a fact that if you are judgmental about yourself, you're also judgmental about others. But let's understand how it affects you first. This habit is truly toxic and leads to so much insecurity that it could potentially freeze you from achieving your goals and your success in 2024. You may have probably picked up on this habit when you were quite young. It could have been either from your parents, from your teachers, or anyone that could have had a lot of influence on you. Chances are these adults wanted you to do something in a certain way, and when you did not, they would judge you for it. And since then, anything that does not seem perfect to you is being judged subconsciously and consciously. So the opposite of judging would be self-love and acceptance. We need to start loving our imperfections, stop judging our actions, and give ourselves some grace. Honestly, if you leave just this habit behind in 2023 and make peace with your past, you would have a much nicer and lighter way to start your 2024. Having that self-acceptance, that judge-free zone for yourself would also help you have the same for others, and therefore you will be less judgmental towards others as well, because it will really help you open your mind to bigger things. So habit number 3 is stop letting others control your emotions. Do you see this remote? Imagine this is your emotional remote. You can't let others press your buttons. I always tell my clients that you're responsible for your emotions and that you need to take ownership of them. So yeah, think of your emotions as a TV remote. People like having that sort of power over others, and you won't feel like you have much control over yourself. You will feel like a victim in your own life if you give this to other people. Instead, keep the remote control to yourself. Do not give away that power no matter what. The only way to do that is by understanding that only you are in charge of your emotions, and sure, it'll take some practice, but it is possible. Next time when you're in a situation where you feel like someone is trying to press your frustration button or your anger button, snatch the remote. The best thing to tell yourself is that their words are a reflection of them and not you, and then just walk away. Practicing stoicism also helps. On Google, stoicism means the quality of experiencing pain or trouble without complaining or showing your emotions. I could do a whole topic on this video because it has helped me grow so much. I used to be an extremely reactive person, and I think in some ways I still am, but it has reduced so much. I am surprised by myself. There have been so many moments that I have bit my tongue and not given people the reaction that they were looking for. That truly makes you feel empowered, like no one can bother you. Okay, so I know this is not a part of the video, but I have just mixed in some squash in water just because I want to drink more water, and that is something that I can give you as an extra tip, is that start drinking more water, leave the dehydration behind in 2023 because it can give you so much more energy than you think it would. So habit number 4 to exit in 2023 would be to lighten up your house and your mind. I am talking about both the physical and the mental junk that you need to get rid of. Let me start by saying that you would feel so much more lighter if you decide to throw away those clothes, those shoes, or those household items that you've been holding on for far too long than it is helpful. I know it's hard because sometimes we do get emotionally attached to these items. But hear me out when I say that these items not just cost you physical space, but also your energy. Everything in your house has energy. And this slowly with time start to feel heavy, and sometimes you can tell when you're feeling like your house is heavy, if you're feeling heavy in your chest. I'm not sure if you've felt this, but I have felt this way too many times. You do need to have a really strong intuition to be able to tell things in your body when your environment is not right. Trust me, when your awareness and your intuition is strong, it's hard to avoid these feelings. I'm simply asking you to go through the things that are just not being used more than 60% of the time. Honestly, make a rule for yourself. If anything is not being used more than 60% of the time, it needs to be donated or thrown away. And if you have an emotional attachment to something, ask yourself why you're not ready to let go of it yet. Was it given by someone you love? I know a lot of you guys would hate me for saying this, but I would rather take a picture of whatever was given to me by someone I love, and I would go ahead and donate it or throw it away if it's something that I'm not really using. And I would use the picture as a memorabilia, because things do not equal people. We can instead gather their memories on our digital phone and then free up our space and therefore free up our minds. We don't need to physically hold those things. So a little bit of homework would be to do a declutter. You don't need to do an advanced declutter, just start with baby steps. I promise you it'll help you so much mentally as well, and you would start 2024 on a much fresher note. Habit number 5 to exit is your comfort zone. Honestly, leave that shit behind, because your biggest enemy is your comfort zone, and it stops you from achieving the goals that you have planned that you would achieve in 2024. Staying in that zone for another year will give you nothing but depression and anxiety. Trust me. Getting out of your comfort zone is hard, but staying in it is even harder. So choose your hard. One hard will give you what you want, but the other hard will keep you stuck. Personally, I love that feeling that I get at the end of the day when I know that I've done all of my to-do lists. I feel tired, but at the same time, I'm also super satisfied. Get addicted to that feeling instead, because that feeling will take you much farther away than the comfort zone feeling. I do want to tell you one thing that came into my mind right now is that it never gets easier, even when you do become successful. So this is a battle that you have to win every single day. The winning of battle gets easier, but the comfort zone, it doesn't get easier. You know what I mean? So even when you're successful and you have a good life, you need to push yourself, because the minute you start becoming comfortable again, it takes you back to where you came from. It doesn't keep you where you are. It takes you back. Your goals do not care about how you feel, so it's best to detach your feelings from your goals and achieve them no matter how you feel. So detach your feelings from the actions that you need to take in order to achieve your goals and create a craving for the after effects. Habit number 6 to leave behind in 2023 is to stop letting your day go without a plan. A random chilling day here and there is okay, but every day, no bueno. That shit needs to be rare. I'm talking 1 day a week for your random day, and the other 6 days need to be planned to a T. Otherwise, say bye-bye to your dreams. Someone smart once said, and I'm sure you must have heard of this, is failing to plan is planning to fail. Instead, you need a strategy, and it all starts from your core values and your goals. If you hate waking up late, then you probably value your mornings, which is why I would suggest you to wake up at the right time in the morning every day for 6 days and have a random day where you get to rest. Those 6 days need to have a routine, and everything that you need to achieve in terms of your goals need to be scheduled in. Then on that random 7th day, you can rest and chill knowing that you have done everything that you wanted to do and you feel like you deserve it. You also need to make sure that you time block the shit out of your day. I'm talking gym, breakfast, lunch, work, everything. But don't forget to add your breaks. If this is super overwhelming for you, then start with putting in only 5 tasks that you need to do every single day that are important to you. Make sure they cover health and wellness too and are not just business and career. Helps us grow in a more holistic way, you know what I mean? Habit number 7 to exit in 2023 would be to stop with the random screen time and Netflix. If there was an Oscar award for who has the most random bursts of scrolling through social media or binging Netflix, I would receive that. Because when I wake up, I use my phone. When I go to sleep, I use my phone. And I'm still working on this habit, to be honest. I'm in my bathroom and I use my phone and also peek into it when I'm working. This needs to be left behind in 2023, not just for you, but also for me. And I know you would say, that's fine, Raval. Everyone is doing it, so it's not that much of a big deal, but it is. You don't know, but this literally turns your human brain into a monkey brain. Because I'm giving my monkey brain these short dopamine releases and it just wants more of that. This also leads to low productivity because, hey, my brain has now received the dopamine effect that it was supposed to get after I work, but now it has received it so quickly, so why would it want to work? So it doesn't have enough motivation to work on the things that mean so much to me. A lot of the days it's me against my brain. Then I decided to schedule that in instead of just doing it randomly. You know how I advised you guys to calendar everything you do? I calendar in my scrolling time and my TV time, and it has worked so much better for me. It's almost like a reward for my brain after I do the hard tasks. It feels so good to receive it as an award, especially when I know I've done all the to-do lists that I wanted to do for that day. I also schedule in Netflix when I go to the gym so I can watch it whilst I do my treadmill walk. That's like 2 birds hit with 1 stone and it feels amazing. Habit number 8 would be to leave the complaints behind, because if you're complaining right now, chances are you're blaming something or someone and you're not taking any ownership or responsibility that you should be taking. We have the capability to change our destiny if we decide to stop complaining and take matters in our own hand. You can either do something about your current reality and change your results, or you can do nothing about it and not complain, because then you're choosing that. That is a decision that you have made in your brain, even if it feels like you have not. If I were you, I would choose the first one because I know I'm responsible for my reality 99.9% of the time. If I want to change something, I'll make it happen. I'm not a tree and neither are you, so we can move. Again, something like this takes a lot of practice. Start with something small and I promise you it will compound. Habit number 9 would be to leave behind that scarcity mindset. According to Google, and yes, I love me some Google, scarcity mindset is a belief that one has limited resources or is unable to provide for themselves and others. In simple terms, it just means lack of, and lack creates more lack. It's really unhealthy and can lead to intense feeling of anxiety. But mostly I've seen this mindset in people who are always struggling and are obsessed with lack. Obviously, the opposite of scarcity mindset is abundance mindset. It is where you are always in this grateful frequency. You're honestly so grateful for even the smallest things that it just creates more and more for you. And the more you get, the more you're grateful for it. So you're never ever in this lack energy, and it's just life-changing. So the last habit that you need to exit in 2023 would be to exit those bad relationships. And I'm not just talking about the romantic ones. Bad relationships need to stay in 2023 and they do not need to be carried as a baggage in 2024. This could include friends and family that are ultimately causing you more emotional damage than you are already causing yourself. Let's be honest. And sometimes getting rid of those type of people gives you so much clarity that it also helps you reduce emotional damage towards yourself. So anyone that you may think that has been sly with you or has disrespected you or has asked more of you and has given nothing in return, they need to exit through that door. So finally, I'm at the end of the video. Let me know in the comments section which habit you'd like to say goodbye to in 2023. It needs to be a firm decision, okay? It can't be back and forth, just like what I said for the habit number 1. You can't change your decision. Make sure to like, subscribe, all of that stuff if you have found this video to be valuable. And if you'd like to work with me and up-level your life, make sure to book a free consultation with me. Link is in description. I can work with you for 6 months as your private life coach and help you to get what you want. Take care and I will see you guys next time.